Cheating may seem like a quick and easy way to get ahead, but it always carries consequences, whether they are immediate or unfold over time. Many people convince themselves that if no one finds out, it doesn't really matter. They believe that bending the rules, deceiving others, or cutting corners won't have any real impact on their lives. But life operates on a much deeper level than what we see on the surface. Every action we take has a ripple effect, shaping not just our circumstances, but also who we become in the process. When someone cheats, they might experience an initial sense of victory. They get what they wanted, a promotion, a better grade, more money, or a competitive edge. It feels like a win, but it is an illusion. Because the moment someone chooses dishonesty, they also invite instability into their lives. There is no real foundation beneath what they have achieved. It is built on lies, on deception, on something that isn't real. And the problem with unstable foundations is that they never last. Sooner or later, cracks begin to form. One of the most significant consequences of cheating is the damage it does to self-respect. Even if no one else knows, the person who cheated knows. And that knowledge weighs on them. It starts as a whisper in the back of their mind, a small discomfort, a fleeting thought that maybe, just maybe, they didn't actually earn what they have. Over time, that whisper grows louder. It turns into doubt, insecurity, and a constant fear of being exposed. Because deep down they know they don't truly deserve what they took, and that fear follows them everywhere. Then there's the matter of trust. Trust is one of the most valuable currencies in life, whether in business, relationships, or personal growth. When someone cheats, they risk losing the trust of others. And once trust is broken, it is incredibly difficult, sometimes impossible to rebuild. People may forgive, but they rarely forget. The label of being dishonest or untrustworthy can follow someone for years, affecting their opportunities, relationships, and overall success. Beyond personal and social consequences, there is also the natural law of balance. The choices we make always have a way of catching up to us. Those who cheat often find themselves facing unexpected setbacks, misfortunes, or losses that seem to come out of nowhere. But they aren't coincidences. They are the result of the energy they put into the world. The same shortcuts they took will come back around, whether in the form of lost opportunities, damaged reputations, or even a reversal of the success they once gained. What was taken unfairly is often taken back in an even greater measure. The irony is that people cheat because they want an easier life, yet the act of cheating only makes life harder. It creates stress, anxiety, and a constant need to cover up past actions. Instead of enjoying their achievements, they spend their time looking over their shoulder, wondering when the truth will catch up with them. It becomes a burden they cannot escape. True success is built on effort, honesty, and perseverance. When people achieve something through hard work and integrity, they don't have to live in fear. They can enjoy their success fully, knowing they deserve it. Their achievements stand the test of time because they are built on something real, something solid. And that kind of success is far more rewarding than anything cheating could ever offer. No one gets away with dishonesty forever. Whether the consequences come immediately or years down the line, they always come. That is why choosing integrity is not just the right thing to do, it is the smartest decision for a life of true success and peace. Taking shortcuts might seem like a clever way to get ahead, but in reality it destroys one of the most valuable assets a person can have. Trust is the foundation of all relationships, whether in business, friendships, or personal life. It takes years to build, but only moments to destroy. When someone chooses to cheat, deceive, or take the easy way out, they might think they are outsmarting the system, but what they are really doing is undermining their own credibility. Trust is not something people give freely. It is earned. It comes from consistency, honesty, and reliability. When a person does the right thing over and over again, even when no one is watching, others begin to trust them. But when someone takes shortcuts, it sends a clear message. They value personal gain over integrity. They are willing to break the rules for temporary benefits. And the moment people realize that, trust begins to erode. Once trust is broken, it is incredibly difficult to rebuild. When someone is caught cheating, the damage goes beyond just that single moment of exposure. People start questioning everything else about them. Was that past success legitimate? Were those achievements real? Can they be trusted in the future? Even if the person apologizes or tries to make amends, the doubt remains. Trust, once lost, never fully returns to its original state. Even if people forgive, they do not forget. This is especially true in leadership and business. A leader who takes shortcuts loses the respect of their team. Employees, colleagues, or followers look up to leaders not just for their words, but for their actions. If a leader bends the rules for personal gain, they set a dangerous precedent. Others will either follow their example, leading to a culture of dishonesty, or they will lose respect for the leader entirely. Either way, the impact is long-lasting. People want to follow those they trust, not those who manipulate the system for personal advantage. Shortcuts don't just affect relationships with others, they also affect the way people see themselves. When someone continuously takes the easy way out, they start to lose confidence in their own abilities. They rely on deception rather than skill, on manipulation rather than hard work. Over time, this weakens their character. They become dependent on cheating, unable to achieve success through effort alone. And when challenges arise that cannot be avoided, they find themselves unprepared because they never truly develop the discipline and resilience needed to overcome them. The irony is that shortcuts often lead to longer, more difficult roads in the end. A person who cheats on a test might pass temporarily, but they fail to gain the knowledge they need. A business person who manipulates numbers might make short-term profits, but they risk financial collapse when the truth comes out. A person who lies in a relationship might escape accountability for a moment, but eventually the cracks begin to show. What seemed like a quick win becomes a long-term failure. Success built on dishonesty is never stable. It is like building a house on a weak foundation. It may stand for a while, but eventually it will collapse under the weight of deception. On the other hand, success built on integrity lasts. It is strong because it was earned the right way. There is no fear of being exposed, no anxiety about getting caught, no need to constantly cover up lies. There is only confidence, peace, and the assurance that what was achieved was truly deserved. The world may tempt people with easy options, with promises of quick results and effortless rewards, but true fulfillment comes from knowing that every step was taken with honesty and honor. Shortcuts may seem appealing, but they always come at a cost, one that is far greater than any temporary gain. Trust is too valuable to throw away for something that will not last. No matter how well someone hides their dishonesty, the truth always comes out. It may not happen immediately, and it may not happen in the way they expect, but life has a way of revealing what is hidden. People who cheat often believe they are outsmarting the system, that they are too clever to be caught. But what they fail to realize is that deception creates cracks in their foundation, and those cracks will eventually bring everything crashing down. When a person chooses to be dishonest, they set off a chain reaction of consequences, even if they don't see them right away. Lies require more lies to keep them hidden. Cheating leads to more cheating to maintain the illusion of success, and the more someone builds their life on deception, the more fragile it becomes. They may appear to be thriving on the outside, but internally they are constantly living in fear. Fear of exposure, fear of failure, fear that someone will ask the wrong question or discover an inconsistency. History is full of examples of people who thought they could escape the truth. Powerful leaders, famous athletes, and successful business people have all faced the consequences of dishonesty. Some built their reputations on lies, only to have everything stripped away when the truth was revealed. Some manipulated others for personal gain, only to be exposed at the peak of their success. Their stories serve as reminders that no one is above accountability. It doesn't matter how careful someone is or how many people they deceive, the truth has a way of surfacing. Even when no one else is actively searching for the truth, dishonesty has a way of unraveling itself. When someone cheats to get ahead, they often become careless, believing they are untouchable. They start cutting even more corners, making bigger mistakes, and becoming less cautious. It's only a matter of time before they slip up. The reality is that lies are difficult to maintain. The bigger the lie, the more energy it takes to keep it from falling apart. And eventually the weight becomes too much to carry. But the consequences of deception go beyond just public exposure. Even if someone is never caught in the traditional sense, they will still face the consequences in their own life. Relationships suffer because dishonesty erodes trust. Opportunities are lost because people hesitate to work with someone whose integrity is questionable. A person's own self-worth begins to diminish because deep down they know their success isn't real. They might convince themselves that they got away with it, but the internal damage is undeniable. On the other hand, those who choose honesty never have to live in fear. They don't have to keep track of lies, worry about being exposed, or constantly look over their shoulder. They can move forward with confidence, knowing that everything they have achieved is real and earned. Their success is sustainable because it is built on a foundation that will not crumble. And while their journey may take longer or require more effort, the rewards are far greater than anything gained through deception. Life has a way of testing people's character. At some point, everyone faces moments where they must choose between what is easy and what is right. Those who choose dishonesty may experience temporary gains, but they will always face the consequences in the end. Whether through public exposure, personal regret, or unforeseen setbacks, the truth will find its way to the surface. And when it does, those who build their success the right way will stand strong, while those who relied on deception will watch everything they built come crashing down. No matter how much effort someone puts into hiding the truth, it is only a matter of time before it is revealed. Integrity is the only real security in life. Everything else is temporary. Regret is one of the heaviest burdens a person can carry. It lingers in the mind, whispering reminders of what could have been done differently, of choices that should have been made with more wisdom. For those who choose to cheat, deceive, or take the easy way out, regret is inevitable. It may not appear immediately, but it always finds its way into their lives, creeping into their thoughts at unexpected moments, and casting a shadow over everything they have achieved. When someone cheats their way to success, they may feel excitement at first. They enjoy the rewards, the recognition, and the benefits that come with their actions. But beneath that surface level satisfaction, there is always a seed of doubt. The human mind is wired to seek truth. And when someone knows deep down that they didn't earn their success honestly, that truth becomes impossible to ignore. Over time, what once felt like a victory begins to feel hollow. The applause of others rings empty because the person knows they don't truly deserve it. The rewards they once desired so badly become meaningless because they were obtained through dishonesty. Regret does not always come in the form of guilt. Sometimes it comes in the realization that taking shortcuts prevented real growth. A student who cheats on exams may pass their classes, but when they face real-world challenges, they find themselves unprepared. A business person who manipulates financial records may enjoy short-term profits, but when faced with a true crisis, they lack the skills to navigate it. The regret in these moments is not just about dishonesty, it is about lost opportunities to become better, stronger, and more capable. One of the most painful aspects of regret is knowing that it could have been avoided. Every dishonest decision comes with a choice. No one is forced to cheat or deceive. They make a conscious decision to do so. And once that choice is made, it cannot be undone. Unlike mistakes made out of ignorance or misjudgment, cheating is intentional. That means when the consequences come, whether in the form of exposure, failure, or personal discontent, the person has no one to blame but themselves. That realization can be unbearable. Regret also manifests in relationships. When people take shortcuts, they often betray the trust of those who believed in them. A person who lies in a relationship may regret losing the love and respect of someone who truly cared for them. An employee who cuts corners may regret losing the trust of colleagues who once looked up to them. The damage caused by dishonesty doesn't just affect the person who cheated, it affects everyone around them. And the pain of knowing that their actions hurt others can be one of the most difficult regrets to live with. For some, regret comes too late. They only realize the cost of their actions after everything has fallen apart. By the time they want to fix things, the opportunity is gone. Trust is broken, reputations are damaged, and the path to redemption is much harder than the path of integrity they could have chosen in the first place. They look back and wish they had done things differently, but wishing doesn't change the past. They are left to carry the weight of their choices, knowing they had the chance to do better and didn't take it. The only way to avoid this kind of regret is to choose integrity from the start. Doing things the right way may take longer, and it may not always bring immediate rewards, but it guarantees peace of mind. There is no fear of being caught, no anxiety about losing what was never truly earned, and no burden of knowing that success came at the cost of one's character. Instead, there is confidence, self-respect, and the ability to look back without shame. Regret is a price far greater than any temporary reward gained through dishonesty. It is a burden that never fully goes away, a reminder of what could have been. The only way to live without it is to make choices today that you will be proud of tomorrow.